And thank you for joining us on Business Now. I am Deborah Eze. The Central Bank of Nigeria has said it will sanction banks assisting the operations of unlicensed foreign firms. The bank stated this on Monday in its guidelines for the regulation of representative offices of foreign banks in Nigeria, signed by the Director of Financial Policy and Regulation Department, Mohammed Musa. It stated that any CBN-regulated entity found to be assisting, supporting, harboring, or facilitating the presence and or operations of an unlicensed international financial institution in Nigeria shall be liable to severe sanctions, including suspension or revocation of their banking license. According to the guideline, representative offices of foreign banks serve an important purpose of showcasing the brand and services of its parent company, adding that it could also stimulate foreign direct investment to host the country by connecting capital to various investment opportunities. Petrol consumers may pay about 8.4 trillion naira for premium motor spirits, also called petrol, between July and December 2023, once the federal government stopped subsidy on PMS in June. Latest findings and industry data show that this represents about 250% increase from the 2.4 trillion naira PMS consumer would spend during the period if the government choose to retain the subsidy regime. Oil marketers explain that the average cost of petrol could rise to about 700 naira per litre from July should fuel subsidy be brought to an end in June as projected by the federal government. The president of the Petroleum Product Retail Outlets Owners Association of Nigeria, Billy Gillis-Harry, said if the refineries are not working and they have to depend on imports, then the price of petrol may rise or even above the 700 naira or 750 naira that is being projected. The development means that the expenses by Nigerians for fully deregulated petrol could rise by 6 trillion naira during the 6-month period, going by the insistence of the government that fuel subsidy would end in June. Nigeria's crude oil output dropped by 38,102 barrels per day in March, translating to a cumulative loss of about 1,181,162 barrels in the month under review and signaled the first plunge in oil production since the last 7 months. Industry data obtained in Abuja on Monday showed that Nigeria's oil production had been on the rise since September 2022, following concerted effort by the federal government and stakeholders to curb oil theft in the sector. The rise in oil output was, however, not sustained in March, as latest figures from the Nigeria Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission indicated that while the country pumped 1,306,304 barrels of crude daily in February, the volume dropped to 1,268,202 barrels per day in March. Now, this indicated a decrease of 38,102 barrels daily, which implies that Nigeria lost a total of about 1,182,162 barrels of crude in March. In monetary terms, data from County or Country Economy, a global statistical firm, showed that the average cost of Brent, the international benchmark of oil in March 2023, was $78.43 per barrel. The Minister of Works, Housing, Babatunde Fashola, on Monday disclosed the government's plan to provide additional affordable housing units for Nigerians through its investment in a Pan-African finance institution, Shelter Africa. The minister stated that with a contribution of $22.5 million and a shareholding capacity of 15.8%, the nation has secured the capacity to improve investment in social housing scheme for its citizens. Fashola said this in his opening remarks during the 42nd Annual General Meeting and Symposium of Shelter Africa, themed Political Economy in the Built Environment, held in Abuja. Shelter Africa is a Pan-African finance institution created exclusively to support the development of the African real estate and housing sector through strategic partnership with private developers and government agency. The minister, who doubles as the outgoing AGM chairman, explained that from a contribution of $5.9 million US dollars in 2016, 9.3 million in 2020, and another 7.1 million US dollars in 2022. Nigeria's total contribution totaled 22.5 million US dollars. Now, up ahead, House of Representatives query Nigerian Communication Commission over remittance. This and more after this commercial break.